Hello guys and gals, me Mutahara. What if I told you a YouTuber got sued by a crypto YouTuber? Now, cryptocurrency YouTubers in general are kind of like the bottom rung, the seventh layer of hell for the most part. And, I'm not one of those people that typically hates cryptocurrencies. I think there's a beautiful market for it. But unfortunately, when it comes to the influencer sphere and cryptocurrencies on the internet, it can be kind of a rough mess, if you will. Now, a YouTuber known as Atozy, one that you may know if you follow my channel, makes commentary videos regarding a lot of things, made a few videos talking about cryptocurrency YouTubers pushing cryptocurrency coins onto their audience. Now, in this video, he claims to be getting sued. Now, of course, unfortunately, lawsuits suck in the United States. You know, there's no such thing as a fun lawsuit. It's a rectum stretching time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, lawsuits can cost thousands, tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars in litigation fees, to the point where Atozy obviously has a GoFundMe made, which is currently up to $22,000 out of $25,000, which that's just bare law fees, okay? This is one of the most stressful times anybody can have. So, to understand why Atozy is getting sued, Atozy made a video 8 months ago regarding a YouTuber known as Bitboy Crypto. In this video, it's titled, "This YouTuber Scams His Fans, Bitboy Crypto." Now, this is a pretty harsh title to be giving, right? It's pretty, out there title. You're definitely sticking the knife in, twisting that shit around like it's a Beyblade. Now, if you ever notice when I make videos regarding cryptocurrency channels and financial, influencers, if you will, I tend to go a little back, all right? I tend to not bite as hard, typically because, I'm trying to get there with objective facts and reasoning. I really don't want to give these people, these scumbag type individuals, a reason to attack me. And I'm not saying that anybody in this image is necessarily a scumbag, all right? But of course, to get down into it, Bitboy Crypto is one of the largest cryptocurrency channels, 1.44 million subscribers as of today. Now, if you look at this person's entire channel, all right, the recent posts, if you will, all right, if I actually sort this by the newest post, you can see that their channel is very much around cryptocurrency posts. So, 1,000% gains for FTX! Warren Buffett hates Bitcoins! Top crypto experts! Now, generally, it looks like cryptocurrency news spiel just tossed into you. Now, of course, back in the days of Bitboy's channels, or some of the most popular videos he made, around a year ago when Bitboy really started blowing up, was top 3 coins to $3 million. My $10 million crypto portfolio. 5 cheapest altcoins to make you rich. Top 3 altcoins to buy right now. So, of course, people who are, financially bereaved, people who are looking for the easy route out, might look at a video like this, might think to themselves, damn, son, let's jump in and buy. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, Bitboy Crypto definitely will tell you this is not financial advice. Disclaimer, please be advised that I am not a professional advisor in business areas involving finance, cryptocurrencies, taxation, securities, and commodities trading, or the practice of law. The information and content written, broadcasted, or disseminated by and through Bitboy Crypto is intended for general information purposes only. Nothing written or discussed is intended to be construed or relied upon as investment, financial, legal, regulatory, accounting. All content expressed, created, and conveyed by Bitboy Crypto is premised upon subjective opinions pertaining to currently existing facts readily available. What I'm getting out of this disclaimer is this person doesn't confirm themselves as a professional. This is just somebody that is enthralled by the market, so to speak. They're just looking at the facts or looking at the Google News posts and going off with that. This is not a professional, it seems, in this entire sphere. Remember that very carefully. Now, the actual lawsuit itself given to Atozy is a bit hilarious. Now, Ben Armstrong, the Bitboy Crypto in general, who's suing Erling Mengsel, who is, Atozy, is actually, if you read this entire lawsuit, it's a bit of a self-report, but we'll get into it. So basically, it's there for defamation per se, intentional infliction of emotional distress, which I guess is when your butt hurts so hard you're suing for it, violation of Fair Business Practices Act, violation of Uniform Deceptive Practices Act. Armstrong is also seeking punitive damages and attorney fees. So, of course, let's read into it. Plaintiff is a sole proprietor who operates under a well-known social media handle named Bitboy Crypto. Under his name, Plaintiff disseminates valuable information via various social media platforms on the internet. Plaintiff's business model relies on his reputation and his status as an influencer. i.e. a well-known online personality who influences others' decisions such as to buy or sell cryptocurrencies as investments. That alone is a bit scary. So let's get into the idea of not financial advice. You've probably seen this tossed all the way around, okay? A lot of people make these claims. I've made them, CoffeeZilla's made them. A lot of people will tell you not financial advice. Now, there's a few laws around this. I would highly recommend you read Lowe v. SEC to understand just the nature regarding the not financial advice claims, the First Amendment use of discussing financial advice. But to understand, when you're talking about any form of advice, any form of regulated advice, whether it be medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, a lot of these advisors will oftentimes say they're not giving you advice. So if you're talking to a lawyer, for instance, and you don't have attorney-client privileges, like if I'm talking to a lawyer who I'm not employing or retaining, that lawyer will oftentimes give me the advice, talk to me about legal stuff, but they'll always tell me this is not legal advice. And that's because we don't have attorney-client privilege. He does not want liability. He or she does not want the liability. Liability is a bitch. So when it comes to financial advisors, even if somebody is a financial advisor and you're not retaining them or talking to them, in a professional setting or employing them, they'll tell you things aren't financial advice. Because when you're giving advice in these sectors, you can oftentimes make or break somebody's life, all right? If you're giving somebody the wrong legal advice, you can cost not just that person tons of money and time, but the courts and other lawyers. When it comes to financial advisors or financial, investment advisors rather, if you're giving the wrong investment advice, that means you are liable for basically ruining, entire companies, people, if you will, based on misconstrued, improper advice, all right? Which is why these fields are highly regulated. Now, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, it really depends on which token could be considered a security. A security is a very important definition in this case. Basically, if we take the Howey test, which 4 parts of it is, does somebody invest money? Is it a common enterprise? With the expectation of profiting, hey, can this token go to the moon? Based on the efforts of a third party. So unless all these 4 points kick in, and of course it depends on how the SEC claims it, but if Howey tests pass on cryptocurrencies, they could be considered securities. So once they're considered securities, if you're giving actual investment advice for those securities, you are now under severe regulations. Now to understand, we need to read some of these regulations too. So let's go to the SEC real quick, all right? There's two groups that organize and regulate different types of investment advisors, or advisors in general in the finance world, FINRA and the SEC. For our sake, we have to look at the SEC. The Investment Advisors Act of 1940. This law regulates investment advisors with certain exceptions. The act requires that firms or sole practitioners compensated for advising others about security investments must register with the SEC and conform to regulations designed to protect investors, all right? So compensated for advising, all right, meaning that they could get compensated, by if you're paying somebody to advise you, all right, you need to make sure you're actually licensed. Otherwise, you can actually harm investors, which is bad, which is a fucking no-no. Now, to understand, I'm not a lawyer, so don't take this as legal advice. Go talk to an actual finance lawyer. But let's read through what the SEC has laid out. Now, one of the things that I wanted to read was the regulation of investment advisors from the SEC themselves. Now, of course, when it comes to financial planners, which I'll actually describe here real quick, money managers, investment consultants, and financial planners are regulated in the United States as investment advisors by the U.S. Investment Advisors Act of 1940, or other similar state statutes. This outline describes the regulation of investment advisors by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions. So really, one of the more important things that I wanted to read here is what the definition of an investment advisor is. So it's somebody who is an investment advisor is any person or firm that, for compensation, is engaged in the business of or providing advice to others or issuing reports or analyses regarding securities, which, if those cryptos can pass the Howey test, which some of them do, you might actually be subjected to offering actual investment advice. Now let's go look into this real quick. One of the most important aspects is the compensation and engage in business. So compensation has been broadly construed. Generally, the receipt of any economic benefit, whether it is in the form of an advisory fee, some other fee related to the total services rendered, a commission, or some combination satisfies this element. The person receiving the advice or another person may pay the compensation, right? Now, of course, where, in my opinion, some of the actual definitions can get kind of murky when it comes to the commission, right? So is Commission from who? The person who seeks the advice, or maybe a commission from the actual, security in question? Are they commissioning these people or using them to advertise their specific security? Engaged in the business. A person must be engaged in the business of providing advice. This does not have to be the sole or even the primary activity of the person. Factors used to evaluate whether a person is engaged are whether the person holds himself out as an investment advisor. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if we go back to that goddamn lawsuit, plaintiff disseminates valuable information via various social media platforms on the internet. Plaintiff's business relies on his reputation as an influencer, i.e., a well-known online personality who influences others' decisions such as to buy or sell cryptocurrencies as investments. So again, are you putting yourself out as an investment advisor? An influencer? Influencing people into investments? Number 2, whether the person receives compensation that represents a clearly definable charge for providing investment advice, which we'll get to. Number 3, the frequency and specificity of the investment advice provided. Generally, a person providing about specific securities will be engaged in the business, unless specific advice is rendered only on a rare or isolated occasion. And if we look at Bitboy Crypto's account here real quick, this man's been uploading constantly regarding some of these cryptocurrencies, some of them which may pass the Howey test and possibly be recognized as securities. Again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just, giving my opinion, my general opinion. Ask a financial lawyer or just a lawyer in general that specializes in this field. They know these laws more than I do. But from what I'm reading, it's definitely sketchy. Let's get back to the actual case though. Now, let's get down to the factual allegations here. Bitboy Crypto is an industry-leading source of reliable commentary with respect to investments in cryptocurrency. Virtual currency based on cryptographic technology, blah, 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 blah. Reliable commentary with respects to investments. So you're a reliable commentary in regards to investments? Are you self-reporting yourself, brother? Why would you even sue somebody with these factual allegations? Cryptocurrency is relatively new, technical in nature, not widely understood. There are numerous cryptocurrencies in which people may invest, the most well-known of which is Bitcoin. Investing in cryptocurrency, in some respects, is like trading traditional stocks in the stock market. There are, however, important differences with respects to the transparency of cryptocurrency exchanges, the liquidity of various cryptocurrencies, and the limited availability of information in informed analysis of cryptocurrencies available for investments. Why would you even say investing in cryptocurrency is in some respects trading stocks, traditional stocks, which by the way are highly regulated? Are you trying to say that the crypto market is in fact somewhat parallel to a highly regulated market by the SEC? Dog, this is the dumbest. How could somebody suing Atozi? All right, Bitboy, how can Bitboy Crypto be this fucking stupid? What law firm did you hire that would even write this out and send this to a court? Holy Christ. Expert analysis and advice are used into consumers in considering cryptocurrency investment decisions. Through Bitboy Crypto, Armstrong provides video commentary regarding cryptocurrency investments. Dude, the word investment is used so much in this. What are you giving financial advice? Are you giving investment advice? Because it sounds like you are from your own lawsuit. So of course, Atozi accuses Bitboy of scamming his fans. On about November 8, 2021, they made this video, which is titled YouTuber Scams a Fan, so which we just saw. Now, of course, the word dirtbag is oftentimes one of the only words that I feel has hurt Ben so much that he's been referencing it constantly in this lawsuit. Or, Atozi constantly mentions it. But it seems like dirtbag really did hurt this person. Again, when it comes to a defamation lawsuit, the reason why I never say words or I never try to go this hard in something is that somebody could frivolously sue you for using these kind of words, which is why you have to stay so objective and factual so that you take away all the ammunition that these people give. You never want to give these people bullets, all right? Legal bullets. Atozi's accusations were knowingly false or made with reckless disregard of their falsity. So, of course, a Tozy video conjures a scenario in which Armstrong is allegedly paid to sell a cryptocurrency on behalf of scammers to help them find suckers who will buy the scam cryptocurrency. The Tozy video asserts, again, without any facts and support, that Bitboy and the other dirtbag influencers brought the scammers to the inexperienced investor who is sadly the sucker. It's rather hilarious because I found a CNBC article from August 11, 2022. Let's get down over here real quick. Armstrong is one of the most watched crypto influencers on YouTube. His channel Bitboy Crypto has amassed more than 1.5 million. For years, Armstrong has said he accepted payments from crypto companies to tout their new products for his vast audience of subscribers. That's a practice he says he now regrets because it led to some painful losses for his own viewers. So Armstrong announced his partnership with a cryptocurrency called Distex, calling it his most trusted coin. He said the whole idea of Distex was to stop scams in crypto. But Armstrong said in the end, the project itself ended up being a scam. The project team rug pulled, meaning they worked to increase the market cap, then disappeared, leaving investors holding the bag. While he was accepting paid promotions, Armstrong said he made more than $30,000 for a single endorsement, which included his promotional video for Distex, and could easily make more than $100,000 per month in promotions alone. Armstrong says he now feels responsible for the losses suffered by the followers. I mean, of course I do, he said. I hate it when we talk about stuff that didn't do well. Reading just that alone on CNBC, all right, I'm not backing Tozy on what he said over here, obviously because this is an active lawsuit, but god damn, Tozy went really hard in saying that it was an outright scam. But if you listen from Bitboy, it is so fucking unethical that this man will take thousands of dollars to promote these tokens and coins. And they obviously do rug pulls. There needs to be better accountability if you're running channels regarding on giving, commentary, all right, on these cryptocurrency investments. Now, he claims that the Tozy video has harmed Armstrong. Dog, you didn't need Tozy to do it. You were doing it just fine on your own. A Tozy video ends with an all-out effort to damage Armstrong's reputation in cryptocurrency commentary, asserting that this man has enriched himself by being an all-around dirtbag, and raises a false alarm stating, if you have any friends who watch Bitboy Crypto, send them this video. The latter statement is a classic 2 for the price of 1. It attempts to drive the audience away from Bitboy Crypto and divert that audience to Mengschul's Tozy's video. As if the Tozy video isn't damaging enough, another account known as 24 Hours Crypto released a video titled Bitboy Successful Exit Scam, where they used Tozy's video as a primary source of evidence. Now, of course, in this entire thing, it seems like Bitboy Crypto won $75,000 in plaintiff damages, which I guess good luck trying to get it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the wildest things about this is, before we continue, I want to just read over this Zach XBT thread. Now, Zach XBT is a sleuth on the chain. Now, allegedly, he actually reached out to Bitboy Crypto as somebody that was pushing a project and received this from Bitboy Crypto, allegedly. This is actually a media kit from Bitboy Crypto on how much this guy charges for his cryptocurrency stuff. So, for instance, he gives you his demographics, tells you all about his subscribers. The dude charges $35,000 to do dedicated reviews. Now, going back to Bitboy Crypto's channel, all right, if we're going to be upfront and real, how can you offer professional reviews when you're not even considering yourself a professional advisor? How is this man doing this? There are so many problems. I'm not a lawyer, but I would cream to be a lawyer on this case. I would take it up the ass to defend Tozy, given the fact that this man will claim, hey, listen, I'm not a professional whatsoever, as you write in your own YouTube description. But in your own thing, you're reviewing this. How can you review things if you're not a professional? So $35,000 for that, $20,000 for live stream mentions, $40,000 for a YouTube interview, Telegram AMA for $10,000, and a website article for $2,500. So, of course, people in the cryptosphere charge a fuck ton, all right? When I was doing Save the Kids with CoffeeZilla, all right, when we were doing Save the Kids, the people tweeting about it and getting 11 likes, at the time, we found out that they were paid thousands of dollars, allegedly, by a lot of these people pushing these tokens. See, the coin seller can give these guys $30,000. If they make $100,000 to $150,000 rug pulling people, right? if that ever happens for those type of people. I'm not saying that every single project that's ever been given to these people is a complete scam, but you can imagine if you're a rug puller giving money to these people who have the influence, who can get your message out in the mainstream, you can give them $10,000, $20,000. Consider it sort of a finder's fee, or like, just cost of doing business for a lot of those actual scammers. These people push the coin, a lot of these people influence jump in, and then when the rug pull happens, well, $20,000 to make, 50, 60, 80, sometimes $100,000 is just the cost of doing business for those actual scammers. Now, beyond that, when we went back to the Distex video that we actually talked about a while back, this is one where he actually promoted this, all right? So this was originally titled, My Most Trusted Low Cap Gem in Crypto 2020. All right, so this dude just sits down and talks about it. It's so wild looking at this like off-brand Steven Crowder fucking background. Dude's got like the off-brand Andrew Tate like fucking unicorn. He's got like some Joker shit going on. It is some of the wildest crap. I don't understand. But anyways, you've got this My Most Trusted Low Cap Gem. Now that was the initial title. Of course, after things had went down, you can see when the views went up from 14K all the way to 27,000. It really doesn't take a lot of views to be a top crypto channel, it seems. New crypto coin with 1,000 times potential. Massive gains ahead. All right, so it's slightly less scummy, I guess. Check out Distex. Their pre-sale crushed it. Really, buddy? You're promoting that? And then, of course, Distex.io account didn't exist. They just went out of nowhere. Okay, so forget about Distex for a second. Then you have Zao Finance, another project that exit scammed in 2020. He deleted the tweet, but don't worry, I recovered it. So here you've got Bitboy Crypto, all right, allegedly typing in, Zao Finance, we built a decentralized finance application to give you the most financial freedom. First, fully women-empowered decentralized finance project. I love how they just apply the buzzwords. What does it matter if it's like the first fully women-empowered decentralized finance? Is it a good financial project, or are you just attaching like buzzwords to it? I don't get it. How does that change the performance? But anyways, you go even further into it, right? Of course, the tweet was deleted by the tweet author, to which one person said, what is Zao doing right now? Exit scamming? You shilled Zao Finance a week ago, and they ran with the money. You should be ashamed people believe in your word. Absolutely, you should be ashamed. Now, of course, one of them was Pamp, all right? Now, Pamp, all right, also another word for Pampers, old people shitting around all over the place. This coin also shat around too. So we have Pamp, another scam promoted by Bitboy. The video hasn't even been deleted, and it hasn't, because I could literally find it right here. Now, of course, this video is titled, Best Staking Coin for 2020, Incoming Pump for the Pamp Network. Just that face alone tells me never to trust this guy, ever. And of course, if you want to sue me for that, Bitboy, I mean, like, do you really have a case? That's just my personal belief. I don't think I could ever personally believe in you. Again, audience, make your own, make your own beliefs on the information you find on the internet. So of course, you've got one person, Bitboy Pamp Network video, and he gives a link. Of course, if you click on that link, Bitboy quote about Pamp. If you missed out on Tezos or Chainlink, you don't want to miss out on a Pamp.
The way Pamp is designed is great for staking. If you missed out on Tezos or Chainlink, you don't want to miss Pamp.
Of course, though, one of the leading, voices, if you will, showed Pamp Network, which went up over here and bam, exit scammed. Got a little bit of a heartbeat there, but nothing worth talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to make this video talking about this frivolous lawsuit. I wanted to really go in deep into it, and I really wanted to cover a bunch of topics regarding the financial advice, the promotion, and sort of the unethical shadiness. Look, I take sponsors on this channel all the time. Look, I've made my Manscaped sponsorships, my VPN stuff, all of that. But when I make a sponsor video on this channel, I'm more of a businessman that doesn't like to subsidize his, income streams with other income streams. So when I'm making a video regarding like expensive projects, I'll just take a sponsor. If I want to make a video regarding graphic cards or a Mac, then I'll take a sponsor from a product I actually use, all right? A product I believe in, I'll take the money from them and I'll subsidize the video, all right? It's just simple business stuff. It's just simple, just how I choose to operate. But when it comes to two sponsorships that I would never take, it's the mobile gaming gotcha shit, where, you got your Raid Shadow Legends, where I think it's just personally addicting individuals into like throwing in their credit card, buying a bunch of random stuff for no real gain. I don't really like to push that kind of crap. I don't believe in those games. And I also don't believe in things like crypto casinos. So I would never take a crypto gambling sponsorship. And trust me, I've been offered them hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, millions of dollars a year just to gamble in front of you. But I would choose to not take millions of dollars because it's completely unethical, simply because I don't want to get even one of my fans addicted to such a dangerous vice. But that's kind of getting off topic. Going back to Bitboy, reading this lawsuit has made me understand just how fucking stupid this person and their law firm is. I don't understand how you can make these kind of videos, then sue Atozy for calling you out on your behavior on the internet, making yourself vilified within a day in front of the YouTube community. But even in your own goddamn lawsuit, coming across as somebody that appears to be offering investment advice? I mean, seriously, read this lawsuit over again, see if I'm kind of mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong, and I'll gladly admit I am. But I don't think I really am wrong after reading this lawsuit. Ladies and gentlemen, this lawsuit is going to cost Atozy some money, some time, and a whole lot of stress. But I firmly believe, in my personal opinion, he's going to come out of this unscathed. But for people like Bitboy Crypto, in my personal opinion, this is just somebody that I would not personally trust on the internet with my time or my money. And reading this lawsuit has made me realize there is one person that is much more outlandish than even Acer Thorn, or somebody that would rather rival it. Acer Thorn is still a wild thorn in the side. Now, just a quick update. From what I've heard, this lawsuit is apparently being pulled back. No direct confirmation yet, but I'm sure in the next few hours you may be hearing about it. Which is not surprising given how outlandishly self-reporting it is. Now, good job for Atozy for succeeding. It's very, very stressful, so hopefully the man can regain some years on their life. I also do want to personally apologize. He did reach out to me months ago on Twitter, and apparently Twitter didn't notify me. Otherwise, I would have absolutely jumped on and helped you out. That also said, though, Bitboy, even if you're pulling back the lawsuit, you definitely need to be assessed. Because I really wish all vested parties jump onto this and realize just what kind of an influencer this is. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to ask Bitboy here, Ben, a question. Are you a YouTube, guy that just likes to share crypto news, hoity-toity, or are you somebody with a, reasonably sound opinion or sound, are you offering any form of advice? I mean, I read your lawsuit, very self-reporting, but I'd like to get further clarification from the man and the ambulance-chasing law firm that he apparently seems to have hired. Honest to God, you should probably sue your law firm for some form of malpractice, because goddamn was that a terrible lawsuit to read. That said, though, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it, I am out.